Yeah, protecting it so it doesn't get thrown back.
Hello, welcome. My name is Billy Mullen, the head women's golf coach here for IU's women's golf team. And we're joining you from the home of the Red Wolves, Highland Golf Course here in Richmond, Indiana. And I'm joined by the 2024 River States Conference champions, the IU's Red Wolves. Ladies, hello. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
Morning. 3 in a row now, right, girls?
Yeah. Yep.
Three-peat, right? Exactly. Yeah. I know we talked about our mindset going into the River States Conference Championship last week, but really, we say three-peat on social media, Brooklyn three-peat here, but really we never discussed it going into the conference finals and conference tournament. I just want y'all to kind of go into your mindset before we went to out to West Virginia for the conference tournament. Brooke, I'll start with you.
All right. I think that last week of practice before we left for the tournament was really we had a really solid week of practice. Everybody did all the way around. We worked on what we needed to work on. And we kind of really focused on anything else but that. And I think that really started it off on a right note. You told us from the very beginning, hey, it's 54 holes. And like you said, we didn't talk about the three-peat, but we knew it was going to be no matter what. If that came out, we would have our three-peat and what we wanted at the end. And I think going into, I'd say around Friday, I kind of let it set in, that, hey, this is my last conference, but you can't let the emotions, get to you already, because if you let that happen, it's automatically going to take you out of the game. And that doesn't have to mean if it's your last, first, anything like that, your third, but I think that also helped everybody, going into it, knowing, hey, go out there, play your best golf, and can't do anything else besides that.
Well, very good. Lady, how about for you going into the conference?
I think I just mainly focused on playing my best golf, and whatever happened was going to happen with that. Because you can't really do anything but go be your best self, and then your teammates are just going to be accepting of that no matter the outcome. So I just really focused on playing the 54 holes, and if you didn't have a great hole on the first day, it's fine because you still have so much more golf left. And I kind of just focused in on you got a lot of golf left and just focus on one shot.
Very good. Katie?
Yeah, I'd say mine was pretty similar, just going in knowing you're playing 54 holes and just playing the best that you can play and just taking it one shot at a time. You can't change shots of the past, so don't get too caught up in those kind of shots and just moving forward and keep plodding away, because it is 54 holes in 3 days, and that's a lot of golf to play in that time span, and just doing the best that I could do no matter the outcome.
Liv?
Yeah, we go off that one by one, and we see Dr. Bob, who got us all into that. I think that helps a lot because, mental is more than half of your game at that point. It's all mental, golf is, yeah.
Yeah, again, hole by hole, 54 holes. It's a long time, and I think going into it, I was thinking I want to play smart. I have to take what the golf course gives me. Whether if bogey is a low score, I can get on that hole, so be it. I'll try for par next 8 kind of thing.
No, very good. Very good. I think we went in with a good attitude, and everybody was on the same page about this. We weren't into the result as much as we weren't doing the best that we can do, and that was kind of our goal. And and realize we had 54 holes to play, but no, it's very good. Okay, so we take the drive to West Virginia. We play our practice round. You guys kind of want to set the stage. What did you guys think of our setup? We were at the Manor House. We had a common living space. Liv's parents stayed with us. So I went into the hotel room. Owen and I went with the other end, and you guys had a couple of rooms yourselves. What did you think of the facility as a whole? Golf course, the whole Blade Springs Resort facility, and stay at the Manor House. The whole experience in the week, non-golf experience in the week.
I think that it's a big difference comparing it to Belterra. This is the first time we've ever been there in the actual spring and played a conference there. We've been there in the fall and stayed in some shacks in the back, but that was part of the journey. So I think that all of us staying in that Manor House we've never had that experience of getting to, see each other the night before. Yeah, we meet up for a meeting, we go out to dinner, but like we all got to hang out in the kitchen. We were in the living room, we were messing with you guys, messing with, Coach Aaron and her mom Angie, along with Owen, of course. I think that really helped that, got to wake up in the morning before we went to sleep at night, curfew's at 11, all right, curfew's at 10:30, okay, curfew's at 10 tonight, all right. I think that really helped, bring everybody in and, good vibes no matter what. And it was spacious, very big in there, had room to do really whatever you wanted to do, run around, scream. Sorry for the people upstairs, but.
We'll talk about that. Lady.
Yeah, I really think it was nice that all of us got to stay together. It just really helps build a team and gets us all in good spirits, because you just get to talk to all your friends before you go to bed. And when you wake up, you see everybody and get to tell everybody good luck today and everything like that. I think the golf course is in really good shape. A lot of green grass, which is nice to see in the spring.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just think overall the facilities were nice, and I really liked the team aspect of staying together.
Yeah. Katie.
Yeah, I think the manor house, it was really nice, really big, and just cool to be with everybody and not to go to separate hotel rooms at night and just see everybody and wake up together and just go to the course together. And it was a lot better than the shacks that we stayed in the fall. So I liked it.
Yeah. Good stuff. Liv.
Yeah, I think kind of what everyone else said. It was nice the first morning. Coach Billy made us breakfast. That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Like a little family breakfast at the table before we went out and play. That was fun. But yeah, the course is nice. It's green.
Yeah, I think the first night it was just a big shock to walk in. We're like, oh, this is nice. There's so much room. There's a full-on kitchen. So we went to Walmart. Everybody got a bunch of snacks. And then again, the breakfast in the morning was really nice. It was really good. We didn't have to worry about running around and figuring out what time we had to leave. It was a walk away from the golf course, so it was really not stressful in that aspect.
Good deal. Yeah. No, I think everybody had fun, and I think it's lost sometimes. It's important to have fun as well as to compete and play well. Gina, I want to start with you. Let's get into the tournament now, and we'll kind of reverse the order back there. There's a ripper going first. When you go through the first round, we have a one-shot lead. Just kind of where you were at after the first round, and kind of where you were that evening and going into the second day.
Okay, so after the first day, I think the first day I shot an 86, which wasn't my best, but seeing how everybody else finished, everyone was in the 70s or the low 80s, and I was like, this is good. We're playing good. And then for my goal for the next day was just to play better, but. Right. It didn't happen the second day, but I think I just caught up, and I was thinking, okay, the whole time, I need to do good on the front so I can save bogey on the back. But on the third day, I kind of picked that up and had a different mentality. But we'll get into that later.
You'll get That's good. That's good. Liv. Just first day, basically, first round of the conference tournament, and stuff, and where you were that evening afterwards.
Yeah, I think before I was kind of nervous, just because it's okay to be nervous. That means you're excited and you want to play well. But I just wanted to keep it consistent all 3 days, and I think I did. And just shooting the lower 80s and just be a backbone for everyone else.
Quick question for you. You took an 8 on the fourth hole. You had a tough hole.
Yeah.
Well, but I don't mean to bring that bad up here, but I think that the beauty of that is that we took a big number early, and yet you're to overcome it to shoot a competitive score of 83. You want to talk about that for a minute? And your mindset during that and after that?
Yeah, during it I was just falling apart, and then I walked off the green of number 4, and I had a little bit of a moment, shed a little tear, but I was gotta pull back together, and then I think I made bogey, and then got back on the par train, and yeah.
Good deal. Katie, your first, how was the first day for you as you went that evening afterwards?
I would say kind of similar as Liv. Everybody's going to have a little bit of nerves because just going in, conference is the most important tournament of the year. So you're going to have a bit of nerves. But I went out the first day, shot 81, which was the best round I put up out there. And just going into the night, just knowing hey, just go out tomorrow. It's another day. Just play the best that I can play and work with what I got that day.
Now, real quick question for you too. Your putter kind of got hot on the back 9. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, my putting probably came around the last 4 holes. It didn't really come back much after that, but it did come hot for 4 holes.
Now you made a real long putt on, was it 14 or 15?
14, it was like a 40-footer for birdie.
For birdie. And then on 16, you made like about a 20-footer for par, didn't you?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's very impressive. Always good to see that putter come back in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Laney, here you are, a freshman, entering your first River States Conference. You hit the tee box, and just kind of talk about your first time playing in the conference championship.
I mean, going into it, I just really focused on just putting up a competitive score. I wanted to shoot in like the lower 80s just to make sure that we had another competitive score up there, whether we take it or not. I just wanted to focus on just playing good golf out there, not really focus on, oh, this is conference. Like, I just wanted to kind of just be like, this is another day of golf. Just go out there, do my best, and whatever score I get, I hope that's a competitive score to put up for the team.
Very nice, Fresh. Brooklyn, you've been through this before, but still, first round of the conference tournament, and kind of where you were at and that evening as well.
I think that I went into it knowing, hey, I'm one of those, this is my first of last in my third round, going into conference, got that mindset. But I was like, can't let my nerves get to me. If you're not nervous, then something's wrong with you. How about that? You probably don't care. I mean, I was nervous always on the first tee box, but I think, my warm-up session that morning when I woke up, it was just kind of like, hey, all you can do is go play golf. Go out, put a competitive number up, and leave it at that. I mean, and I think that, I did my little tee off, my little on the range and all that, and went to the putt, and then I went in, used the bathroom, came out, watched Liv tee off, and I was like, all right, well, I guess it's my turn.
You stayed right in your routine, your pre-run routine.
And just didn't change anything, because it's just another tournament.
So we had a one-shot lead after the first round, and kind of thought that hey, it's going to be a contention. No trophy was handed out on Sunday night. So we had 2 rounds to go, and I think we had our team meeting. We talked about, let's pretend the score's tied, and we're going to tomorrow, and we're going to rinse, repeat, do the same thing that we did today, and nothing changed on our end, except now we're down to 36 holes. So as we went into the second round, I'll sort of do this time, Brooklyn. Kind of talk about your second round a little bit, and then we said study the first round. You are the first round leader from an individual standpoint, and the team's also got a lead the golfer from a team standpoint. So let's talk about where you're at going to the second round. A little bit about your second round.
I think obviously I was excited, knowing, but I wasn't too excited because it was just 1 round. We were going into it. I know, we're not supposed to, not looking at golf sound, not looking at numbers, but when you have to type in the number on every hole, it's hard not to see everybody's name lined up. And I know that, the first and the second day, I watched Liv on hole number 4 do what she did. After you were -1 on the first day, and the second day I watched, were you behind me or you were behind me? Second day. Yeah. And Katie had a hot day the first day. The second day we were talking about, hey, we're going to come out, you're going to play well tomorrow too, And I watched her struggle a little bit, but I think that also kind of helped me know, hey, you can't step down. Once you have your foot on their throat, do not let go, because you never know what can happen. 1 hole can mess a lot of things up, whether you mean to do it or 100%. Not. But I mean, 1 little shot can change a lot. And I think that I kind of got a little bit of trouble on the back on that round, but because I was playing in the trees the whole time, and then I tried to get a little cocky with it and do a little knockdown shot, and then it hit the tree, came back, ended up getting a double, and I was like, yep, won't be doing that on tomorrow's round, that's for sure. So I think I kind of took that mindset out on that.
I understand. Laney, you played a good solid second round. What did you shoot second round again, Laney?
84.
84, yeah. So talk about your second round, Laney.
I just kind of I took my notes from the first day, just kind of like how the golf course was playing. I tried to just apply it there and not focus really on my score as much, just going out there and doing the same thing I did the first day. Try to pick up some shots, maybe not do some things I did on the first day that kind of got me in trouble, maybe lay up on a hole where I went for and it kind of got me in trouble on that. So I tried to play a little bit smarter on the second day, just given I know the course now, how it's playing more. And I kind of just went out there, tried to play as competitively as I could, and it ended me up with a competitive score of an 84. So
Very nice, very nice. Katie, for the second day, I know it didn't go the way you wanted to go, but kind of, if you want to talk about that a little bit and where you're at just mentally and all that stuff.
Yeah, my second day I didn't play good and struggled pretty much the whole day. I had nothing really going for me, but I just tried to stay in a good mental standpoint and just keep at it and just keep hoping it would come around and trying to bring it back at points and not let it get too high in case it would have to be taken, just not knowing how anybody else is playing and just try to stay in it mentally.
Yeah, very nice, nice. Liv, you played a good round the second day, shoot at 80, a very strong round. I think only Brooklyn with a 78 probably finished ahead of you down from an individual standpoint. But talk about your second day a little bit.
Yeah, my putting started to come around. My putting struggled all spring. I don't know what's going on. But it starts to come around at the second 9, so I was kind of getting higher hopes there. But I don't know, I just hit the ball really well that second day. And that kept me in it because my putting did not. And then, just kind of kept going. Didn't make another 8, so that's good.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Minimizing those big numbers off the scorecard helps the scorecard immensely. Yeah. Jalen, go back to your second round. I know, like Katie, probably didn't play as well as you would like to and struggle a little bit, but talk about that a little bit. That's part of the game.
So I had a similar day of Katie. Nothing was really going good, and I think what factored into it was I was going into it thinking, okay, I'm going to start off, I'm going to get, because in my head, the first 9's easier than the back 9.
Right.
So I'm thinking, okay, I have to do good on the first 9. And then once I was bogeying it up the whole time, I was like, okay, maybe I need to try something else. And then I wasn't able to pick it up at the end, which is bad breaks and bad shots, and most of all, bad putting. Billy watched me miss about 2-footers. I mean, I was this far for bogey, and I missed them every single time. So it was a long practice session on the putting green. He had me make 103-footers, and I didn't have the problem the third day, so it worked.
Well, and I want to allude to that because after we were done, the whole team went to the putting green for the most part, and I know Katie went to the range a little bit, but you went to the putting green, and we sat there for over an hour, just putting and putting and putting, and talk about that practice session there.
Well, I kind of knew it was coming. I knew I needed it, and I think it was effective. It showed in the next day, and I don't know, I think it helped calm me to get, like you said, the reassurance to know that once I get a 3-footer, I should be confident and just make it every single time. So.
Right, exactly, yeah. So let's go to the third round. After the second round, we now have an 8-shot lead, which is a little bit surprising because we had a couple of players struggle, but Brooklyn and Liv and Lane played good, strong rounds to hold us in there to get. Now we have an 8-shot lead, and again, the team meeting that night, nothing changes. Now we're down to 18 holes. We came here to play 54 holes. We got to stay on task, right? So. Jalen, let's go to your third round and kind of talk about your last round there.
To start off, since we had like an 8-shot lead, I was kind of surprised, but I think it just shows you that it's a 3-day tournament, anything can happen, and other teams were having bad days too, so it kind of gave us that extra window where the third day we could step it up. And then so the third round, the first 9, I shot a 44. I wasn't playing great. That's the highest I ever shot on the first 9. So. But on the back 9, I ended up getting on the par train. I was making putts. I was going up and down, and then I think I only took like 1 double versus like 3 doubles the day before, so that was nice. And so I finished out with a 42 on the back. So I think it just kind of proved to myself that even though the course is hard, you can't just let that stop you. Even if they're tough holes, you can still make par on them.
And we need that 86.
Yeah.
We need that score. Yeah, exactly. Liv, we go to your last day, and you're coming your round. You shot an 82 or 3. What did you 82 or 3 that last day?
I think it was 2. I think 82.
Okay, 2. Yeah. But go ahead. Tell us your last day.
I was a little bit nervous than normal. Usually I can keep it pretty cool, calm, collected. But I don't know, I was just feeling the nerves up there on that tee box. But I started with the chip in, and I was like, okay, yeah,
early, right?
Yeah, I got it. And then
that make you feel a little bit more at ease?
Yeah, I was kind of like, okay. And then, I knew we were up 8 strokes, but you can lose 8 strokes in 2 holes.
Oh, yeah.
Is the thing. So I was just like, kind of went with the same mindset of, we got to play what we came here to do, and just, don't get too excited, don't get too, whatever, just kind of stay mellow. And putts will drop and scores will show. That's what happens.
Very nice, very nice. And Katie, for you, like JB, you had a bounce back also in the third round. So you want to talk about that, please?
Yeah, like that practice test we had after the second round, that really helped me straighten some things out and get some things fixed. And I actually went into the third round feeling pretty good about everything and ended up making, I think, double in the first hole. I was like, well, that's not good. But then after that, everything started coming back around and I put up a competitive round.
Yes, yeah. I mean, 84, right?
Yes.
Very good. Yeah, we need that. Laney, here you are in the final round of your first conference tournament, your final round. You played really well up to this point, and you kind of happened what happened to Katie, Jayla. Let's talk a little bit.
Yeah.
Talk about that. That's part of the tournament.
Yeah, so the third day I just kind of struggled. I really wasn't making good contact with the ball. My putting wasn't terrible. I mean, it didn't put me in too much trouble, but I just wasn't putting myself in par position. Like I just put myself in a position where it's instead of like 2 putting for par, I'm 1 putting for par, and then that ended me up with a bunch of bogeys, and I just really wasn't making good contact. But I kept just trying to push through and maybe pick it up on some other holes and I'm just trying to post the most competitive score I could and just hoping my team was playing good and they could put up some competitive scores to send us into the last day.
Very good, very good. In Brooklyn, here you are, back-to-back 78. You got a nice little lead there for an individual standpoint. The team's got a little bit of a cushion too, but we came here to play 54 holes, and we had 18 more to play, and you've had to sleep on the lead for 2 straight nights now. So talk about that whole ordeal for you.
I think I'll start with after we got done with that around the second day, I automatically turned my scorecard in and everybody was already on the putting green or was already on the range. And I was like, which that's a good and a bad thing, but I was like, I'm glad to see everybody out there. Everybody's actually working on it, wants to get better, whatever we worked on today. Then I got to see everybody's scores after we finished, and I was like, all right, well, we got some things to work on. I got my driver, went up there, got some stuff straightened out. Then we went back to the hotel room, and everything just hit me, and I don't know why. I started getting emotional, and I was talking to all of them about how it was going to be my last 18-hole round, and I was like, Brooklyn, what are you acting like this for? So then I had to take a break from everybody and go take a shower and pull my stuff together. By the time I got out, and then the next morning I woke up, and it was just like all my nerves were gone. Then everything was I just felt mellow. I was fine. I was like, hey, you came here to play 54 holes, play your last conference tournament, and win. And that's what we came here to do. And like you said, and she said, you can lose 8 strokes fast. And I think I had a 5-stroke lead from Marissa, but that whole day, she had 5 birdies in that 18-hole round. And she was just fine. I think 3 of them were on the front 9, and I was just like, the score just kept going lower and lower and lower, closer and closer. And I was like, I think at one point I looked over at my grandpa and my dad, and I was like, because she drained, I think it was like a 20-footer downhill for par, and I was like, dang, dude. I looked over and they're like, hey. And I was like, she's just playing good golf. There's nothing you can do. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I guess so. Time to lock in even more. And I think it got to the 15th hole, and my ball hit the edge of the tree and kicked out into the fairway, and Aaron had teed me off on that hole, and then he went to 16, and you came over there on that hole, and you finished the last couple holes with me. But I low-key could tell between me and her, that's when the tension really started to go back and forth. There was a lot of looking at each other and, just talk a little smack to each other back and forth, which is good to have that with your competitors no matter what. But I made that birdie putt because that was really the only thing, and she bogeyed that hole, I'm pretty sure, and then it kind of just, from there, and you said finish out strong, and that's what I had to do. I think on 17, I hit the pin, and it kicked it 10 yards to the freaking left.
Yeah, talk about that. So you hit a beautiful shot in the 17. I'm right there.
Yep.
And it hits the pin, and it goes off the green.
Yep.
Did you feel jaded, or did you feel...
I think I was just I didn't know where it was at first. I was hoping it was still going to be on the green, but when we got up there, I could tell, it just hit that little hill and just rode all the way down. But then I was like, all right, well, and everybody's, well, oh my gosh, it hit the pin. We were walking up, we were all talking about it. I was like, whoa, it doesn't matter. It's not in the hole. Doesn't matter. I got to still chip this and make a putt for par. So I think, and then I did a little bump and run there, bumped and run to, a little tap and putt, before everybody finished out. And then 18, I think that I was like, all right, I tried to turn around. Everybody said, take it in a little bit, had teammates, coaches, parents of my teammates, and everybody's like, hey, turn around a little bit, take it in. Yeah, this isn't going to be my last tournament. No, Nationals is, I know that. But, just take it in for a minute. And I think I turned around on 3 different holes, 1 on the front and then 2 on the back. And I was like, oh, okay, nope, not happening, not doing it. So then going to 18, I think, I hit that last approach shot into the green, and then I knew it was a long putt, like a triple breaker, I think, downhill. And I was just kind of like, hey, don't look at anybody around the green. It's your last hole. You can't, stay focused until the last putt drops.
Yeah.
You can't miss, this 4-footer here, for par. Yeah, I could have 4-putted and we still would have been fine, but let's just get the ball in the hole and end it here.
Yeah. The thing I was most proud of, I was proud of a lot of things, how we played, how we competed, but how disciplined everybody was, that 54-hole mindset. And I knew you carried it with you the whole entire time. Matter of fact, with 9 holes to go, you're always nervous, right? I'm always nervous. We're all a little nervous, right? Because you just don't know what's going to happen. But still, I was kind of like, hey, I can accept this result. I can accept it because we are doing exactly what we set out to do. And you deserve a lot of credit for your discipline those 3 days. Not 1 day, not 2, but all 3 days. And I know everybody gets nervous and stuff out there. So that I was proud of. We've now won 3 conference championships in a row. And it's never easy. We won by 2 shots 2 years ago, 3 shots last year, now 8 shots this year, which isn't much when you think about it. And now we get a chance to go to nationals. Back to TPC Deer Run. This will be your second trip, JB. Actually, your third trip to nationals. Liv and Katie. Brooklyn, your third trip to nationals, and Lady, their first trip. Anything you may want to say about TPC Deer Run and how and playing nationals again? And maybe you want to say about it.
I think it's awesome. It's a phenomenal golf course, facility, especially just to, whether we make the cut or not. I hope we do, but it's amazing just to know that we get to go to that experience, and that's what you get. Where you get to play when you do something like this.
It's a reward.
Yep.
It's a reward. And it was deserved and earned. Yeah. Jalen, anything on your end?
Yeah, again, it's really cool because a month or 2 later you get to watch the John Deere Classic on TV. You're like, I played that hole, I putted right there, I 3-putted right there. And then, yeah, it's just really neat.
Liv, from your standpoint?
From what she said, you gotta compare yourself. I'm like, oh yeah, I hit it there. Yeah. And even though they're playing tee boxes about 50 yards back, I'm like, but I hit it there.
Of course.
Yeah. And then the NAIA does a good job putting on a good program. That we go to the bowling thing, like arcade and things the night before. They do a good job with that. Yeah.
Katie?
I'd say I'd like them, going back and watching the John Deere Classic and be like, oh, I went there and there and there, and it's just really cool. And that course is beautiful. It's one of my favorite courses to play, and I'm excited to play it again.
Absolutely. Lainey?
I'm just really excited to see it for the first time, and just get that experience of nationals and just going out there and just playing for fun and know that you made it this far and now you get to experience nationals.
We'll wrap up this segment with you, Brooklyn. You've been here on campus for 5 years now. You've seen a lot of changes. You're the last of the COVID kids, and stuff. We got a couple minutes left here. If you reflect on your time here at IU East, academically, socially, and athletically, you've been very successful athletically, very successful academically, been these us multiple times, and I just want you to go ahead and wrap this show up, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I think that I just like to say, first of all, thank you. We've been through a lot of different teams, different teammates, especially being here for 5 years, even though we got it taken away freshman year. And I'd say, honestly, in my honest opinion, Annie and Joe are my bestest friends, and we all know who they are. But this has probably been the best team dynamic, this year, no matter what, just, with having so many different personalities and everybody still just getting along and going out and getting the job done. So, I think.
All right, good stuff. All right, well, hey, thank you, everybody. And hey, follow us at Nationals, May 14th through the 17th. And we look forward to entertaining you folks more then. Thank you.